This video is about Ply's portal authentication, which lets you verify the identity of your portal users. This is useful for portals that expose personal or sensitive data to your customers or external stakeholders, since it guarantees that the user is who they say they are. Currently, Ply supports email authentication, but stay tuned for more authentication methods like SMS. Let's take a look at how it works. Acme Inc.'s request form is a portal powered by Ply that has email authentication enabled. So before I'm able to use it, I have to enter an email address. When I hit next, I have to enter a confirmation code that I just received by email. So here's my verification code, and when I enter it into here, the portal proceeds to the next steps in the workflow. So now that Acme's verified that I am who I say I am, they can display to me my personal information like previous requests that I've submitted to them, and I can select any of these to edit. Notice that if I refresh the page to run the portal again, I don't need to go through the verification process again since I stay authenticated for a period of time, as we can see down here. So now let's talk about how to actually add an authentication experience to your portal and how to use the authenticated email as a workflow value. So here I have the general outline of the Acme request form workflow. The idea is that you search in Google Sheets in this request your email column using the authenticated user's email address and retrieve all of the issues associated with their account and then display them in this interface. Now, to add an authentication experience, we're going to click into the trigger step and enable the switch next to Authenticate User Identity. This is going to add the authentication experience at the very beginning of the workflow, and here in Title, we can customize the title on the authentication form. Note the other important setting down here that lets you decide how long a customer stays authenticated. So earlier, I was able to refresh and run the portal again without re-entering a code, but I could also set up my portal to authenticate the user every time. So at this point, to get a sample authenticated email that we can use to set up our workflow, we need to test the step. So I need to enter a sample customer email in this pop-up. Two important notes at this point. Note that the customer isn't actually going to receive a verification email from this test. And second, the sample verified email will be accessible under runtime and user attributes as you set up later steps. And I'll show you how that looks in just a second. So I've entered an email and hit test step, and now this is good to go. So I'm going to go into my Google Sheets step and set this up to search with the authenticated email. So I'm clicking into the field value to search for. And here I'm going to go into runtime and user attributes, where we have all of the metadata on the portal run, like the current timestamp and date, and now also customer email. This is going to be the email that you entered when you tested the authentication. And when the workflow actually runs, the authenticated user's email is going to be used to retrieve rows from Google Sheets. So that's all for now about portal authentication, but stay tuned as we add more authentication methods. As always, I hope you found this helpful and feel free to reach out if you have any questions. Thanks.